to my channel. um, I know I'm filming this video with the same look that I posted earlier. I hope that's okay because I have a full face of makeup on and I don't want to waste it. I want to create more videos. In today's video, I'm going to be rating all of my top 10 actually. You know, the rest are not in the top 10. So I'm going to tell you guys what are my top 10 foundations, high-end foundations, and how they rank in my collection. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, I have all of them with me here, and so let's just get started. Now I'm going to start off with what is at number 10. Now, just because it ranks at number 10 doesn't mean I hate this foundation or something. It is my top 10, so understand that it is a great foundation, but in my collection, from what I like and whatever works for me, and you know, based on all of that, it ranks number 10. And I feel like this, okay, I feel like this is going to be a little controversial, not controversial, but as a surprise. It is the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. Now, it is in my top 10. This is the only Huda Beauty foundation, of course. Huda Beauty also has another foundation that did not make it to my top 10 because I really like this foundation. One, because it's easy to use. It's very, very creamy. It's very much comparable to the Hourglass foundation, which actually I used today. But I feel like the undertones in this are overly warm. Like I've gone to the store and tried out some of their undertones because I was not very happy with this one because it's too warm and kind of leans olivey. So that is the only reason I don't like it much. But it is definitely the easiest foundation that you can use. It blends out really well. It's so creamy, it lasts really long. It sets itself as well. Like, although you can set it with powder and it will not look patchy or cakey or anything, but it sets itself. It does not transfer too much as well for a cream foundation, and it does not feel heavy on your face. And the best thing is that it does not really make you you know, prone to acne is what I like. Usually cream foundations do that. They kind of make you prone to acne because they're heavy on your skin, right? So this one doesn't do that. I have observed that and I absolutely love it. Now, one of the reasons why I do not like it is because, okay, it kind of gets messy in this container. First of all, it came in a pretty bad condition for me. Like, it was melted, it was, you know, I had to put it back and put it back in the fridge. So what happens when you put it in the fridge is it kind of dries out, it loses its moisture as well. So you're never able to get, you know, the best out of it. So I was kind of disappointed, but despite all of that, I really, really love this foundation. This one is available on Nykaa. You can get your hands on it. For your reference, I am in the shade Cinnamon 440G. If you're exactly my skin, in my skin shade, and you can go one shade lighter as well, but definitely go for a golden undertone. I love this. I think I would be able to do away with one shade lighter. As soon as I apply it, it looks exactly my shade, but then once I start to blend it out and then it sits for a while, it just oxidizes just like half a shade and it makes me look not so bright. But if in that case, if you already have this or you want to get this, you can use a very brightening concealer, and I think that would like balance it out. But yeah, that is at number 10. This is the Huda Beauty 4 Filter Skin Finish Foundation in the shade 440G. Moving on, at number 9, I have the Rare Beauty foundation. This is just called foundation, it's not called anything. I absolutely love this foundation for how runny it is. Like, it is almost like liquid, how lightweight it is. It's just like you're not wearing anything. Absolutely love this foundation. I love the shades, I love the packaging. It's just so good to use. The applicator is just great. It's almost like a concealer wand, and you can just, you know, apply it wherever you need. You just, you know, you are never going to you're never going to have a problem with how much you apply or how much quantity you dispense, because the applicator makes it so easy. I love the packaging. It's so luxe, so nice, and everything is great. But I feel like after I have applied this foundation, it kind of like clings onto my dry patches, especially when I am drier like than usual. Okay, I need to like slather my face with some more moisturizer and like, you know, 2-3 layers of moisture and then use this. But despite doing that, it does like cling on to my dry patches, especially around my mouth, which is why it has ranked at 9. But it is still in my top 9, basically because it's such an easy to use foundation. Again, just like the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation, where you do not need another, layer in between, like not have to use a pump on your hand and then blend it out and apply it. You can directly apply it on your face, and anything that makes your life easy is always good. So I love it for everything that it is, but except for the fact that it kind of clings on to my dry patches sometimes whenever I have dry skin. Even when I do not have dry skin, it kind of like enhances, wherever I'm prone to have dry skin, which is why I do not like this so much. But it is a great foundation and it ranks at number 9 in my current collection. I've used foundations before, so this is from my current collection, and yeah, this is at number 9. This is the Rare Beauty foundation and I have it in the shade 400W. I think this shade match is great for me. Okay, at number 8, I know this is going to be a shock for all of you because this is one of my favorite foundations, and don't get me wrong, I have some others which are better, which I've used later, which I discovered later, but it is the MAC Studio Fix Liquid Foundation. Now this one has been my favorite for years, for like almost 6 to 7 years now, and I love it. I love the price point of this one as well. I always mention this in my videos that whenever I run out of this, I go ahead and buy it because I always want it in my collection. Like literally, that's what I always do. I think this is like my 5th or 6th bottle. I don't even remember. And come on, it's NC45. It is like the most referenced foundation actually, because a lot of people are aware of this brand. A lot of people want to be able to shade match with this one because they are aware of what their the corresponding shades could be in other brands. So yeah, I love this foundation. This is MAC Studio Fix foundation in the shade NC45. Now the reason why it has ranked so low at 8 is because I have used like foundations that are way better than this. Like earlier when I used to say that this is my favorite foundation, I hadn't tried better brands. Like I hadn't tried Nars, I hadn't tried Dior, I hadn't tried in fact I hadn't even tried Huda Beauty for a long time. When I really loved this, I had the Huda Beauty, the first original foundation, and I liked it, but trust me, I hated to put it on my face because throughout the day that fragrance would stay on. So yeah, I think I have tried Fenty. Oh my god, Fenty is one of my favorites. I've tried Fenty, I've tried Rare Beauty, I've tried a lot more. You will know as we go on, as we go further in this video. So this one ranks number 8. Now the reason why it has ranked number 8 is because again, this one, I think as I got older, perhaps maybe when I was younger it worked better for me, but as I got older it kind of feels dry, and it kind of sticks to my dry patches sometimes, especially. I think growing up I feel like my dry patches became more evident, and this one would just stick on to that. And sometimes it would just look ashy. I have no idea why. Like sometimes it would work really well, and sometimes it just like turns out to be ashy. And I feel like the first formula when I used in 2015 or something was great compared to this one. Maybe there were some changes or something, but I'm not sure. And the reason why I hate this foundation is even now after all of these years, they will not give you a pump with this. Like even now, like earlier I used to feel like, oh, maybe I just cannot afford it, so it's okay, I'll just dispense it on my hand. But now, like, there's been so much of competition, there's so many brands out there. I think they should just make it, like they should just sell it along with the product. It's like 3,000 bucks. I think it used to be 2,700 and now it's 2,900, but I think now they've come up with a smaller size. I was happy about it that they've come up with a sample size, not a sample size, it's about 18 ml or something. This is 30 ml. But when I saw it, actually, it was too small, too tiny. I think that one retails for about 1,500 or something. But yeah, they should definitely make this with a pump. This is what it comes like, and I haven't used this in such a long time. Another reason why I do not like this as much as I used to is because I used to think that thick foundations are the ones that give you full coverage or high coverage rather, but this one is just too thick. Like you can't use it with your fingers, definitely, if anyone wants to use it. And with a beauty blender, I think a lot of product just gets sucked into it, so you end up using more product. And it's very, very, very thick, and it's got that spirit fragrance to it, which I used to like earlier, but now I don't somehow. I mean, it's not unpleasant or something, but it smells very medicinal. I mean, it goes away after you've applied it for some time, but I think those are the few things which I don't like about this foundation anymore, because one, it clings on to my dry patches. Two, it feels too thick and, you know, too heavy, and, you know, and it smells kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, in within India, I think this is one of the best foundations out there. This ranks at number 8. This is the MAC Studio Fix Liquid Foundation with SPF 15, and this is in the shade NC45. Moving on, at number 7 is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is what it looks like. I absolutely love this foundation. Another foundation that would also rank the same is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. Now literally these two look the same. Literally, I love both of these foundations. In fact, I was going to not include this one, but since I think they're very, very similar in the way they use, if you may say, this one is a little bit thicker, so I think they're like literally like twins. I absolutely love these two foundations. Now this is again Natural Radiant Longwear, and this is a Luminous foundation, so both of them are great, except for this one is matte. And the price point of these two are like pretty much similar. I have this one in the shade Tahoe, I have this one in the shade 430W. I'm only putting these together because they're so alike, and you know, if whenever I want to use this foundation, I could use the other one for it, or you know, I could use them like interchangeably. So yeah, but this one is a better match for my skin tone. This one is a little bit lighter, but this one does oxidize a little bit. So yeah, these two are at 7 is because as soon as you apply these foundations, they feel radiant and long wearing, but they set down to matte. Okay, I'm not even kidding. Both of them just, they set down to matte. And when I use a luminous foundation, I want it to look luminous. I don't want it to look matte. Although I don't have a problem with it, but that is what it is what I'm trying to say. So whenever I feel like I need a luminous finish, I use something else. So yeah, those are the two foundations at number 7. That is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This one is available in India. You can find it on Nykaa as well as Sephora, and this one is not yet available in India. You can buy it from Nashwa Beauty, or you can actually buy it from Cult Beauty as well. So that is at number 7. Okay, so the next foundation at number 6 is something that's not with me currently, but it is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop. You guys know that that was one of my favorite foundations in 2021. I absolutely love this. Best products of 2021. That was one of them. My friend actually loved it, so I was like, okay, I just used it a couple of times, so just keep it. And she loves it as well. She like a skin tint, but it is, you know, it does not have great coverage, but it works really well as an everyday foundation, and I absolutely love that. I love the packaging. I love how the product dispenses, and you can just like use it every single day and still not be still not feel like you're wearing any makeup. So that one is at number 6. I am going to repurchase it because I love it. I think that is one of the best foundations I've ever used. Now why it ranks at number 6 is because it's not really full blown foundation, so it's just a skin tint, but I like to use it regularly, on a regular basis. Like if I were to go to work every day, that's probably the foundation I would use. So that is at number 6, the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop. I will post a picture somewhere here and you can check it out. Fenty Beauty now actually ships to India. You can just go directly to their site and shop from there and get it shipped to India. Of course, you will have to pay customs, but you can also order it from Nashwa Beauty. At number 5, we have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Now this foundation, like, I have a love affair with this. This one is such a beautiful foundation. This is when I realized what face and body makeup is actually, and how it is. Although like the MAC Face and Body, I have it right here with me. So I have the MAC foundation as well, the Face and Body. This was around for so many years, but I never used this. I love the packaging of both of them, but this one is when I actually realized what face and body makeup feels like, what it is like. I actually bought this when I went to London. I absolutely love this foundation. It is so gorgeous, so easy to use, so easy to blend out. The shade matches are great. I am in the shade 5W, and I think this is by far like the foundation that I've used after the MAC Studio Fix. This is the one that I fell absolutely in love with. I mean, it is so gorgeous. It's so lightweight but has full coverage. And again, it's such a dewy, not dewy, it's a luminous foundation. It's not really dewy, doesn't look dewy. It's luminous in the sense that it makes your skin feel very supple. And you know, when even if you are in a dry climate zone like I am, like I live in Hyderabad, so it is pretty dry here. Even in like monsoons, it doesn't get very humid. It feels like your skin, you're in a place where there's a lot of humidity. Usually when there's a lot of humidity, your skin feels very supple and nice and hydrated and nourished, and that's how this foundation feels. And it layers so well with other products, like compared to the MAC Face and Body. So both of them are water based. So usually what happens is when you use water-based foundations and you use something on top of that, the product lifts. But this one doesn't do that, because I have no idea why. But this one doesn't do that, and I really like that. It works really well with all other products. I feel like the shade is a little darker for me, but it doesn't matter, because I mean, it still gives me like a flawless finish. So I absolutely love this. So this one is at number 5, Dior Backstage. Now Backstage is like a backstage line of Dior. So they have created it to be lightweight. The product, for makeup artists to work backstage whenever there's a fashion show or something like that. Whenever there's anything, it's for makeup artists who work backstage. So the packaging is like lightweight, and they don't usually have mirrors in any of their products and all of that. So, and also like this also works as a very great mixing agent. So if you have a lighter foundation, you can use this to make it darker, and I do that a lot. So yeah, that is at number 5. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and I have it in the shade 5W. You can buy this on Nykaa, products down below. If you are not happy or if you can't find your shade, you can always buy it on Nashwa Beauty. So yeah, at number 5. At number 4, we have the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. Now this one comes with SPF, which is probably why I do not like it so much. Now this one is like the luxury version of the Dior Backstage. So this is the Dior Forever. This is a 24-hour high perfection skin caring foundation. Now if you guys have seen my intimate wedding makeup look, I will link it up here. I mentioned that whenever I'm getting married, I'll probably be using this foundation, and I still swear by it. I love this foundation. It is so good. It's like MAC Studio Fix, but 100 times better. It's that good. It is such a beautiful foundation. It works really well. High coverage, high definition. Absolutely nothing like that you can say that it's not great about this foundation. I absolutely loved this. I actually bought this from International Skincare and Makeup. I think I got this in the shade 4.5W. The other one was 5W. This is 4.5W, and I feel like this is such a great match for me. And the reason it ranked 4 is because the other 3 are just a little bit better, but otherwise this is in my top 5. So this is such a great foundation. And this one comes with SPF, I think about SPF 15. I think I'm not an SPF 35. So I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but people feel like sometimes it might give you flashback. At least for me, it has not. I've not experienced that, but this is such a good foundation. This one is available on Nykaa. You can get it on Nykaa as well. And I think they have come up with a new formulation for this. And it's called Forever New or something. I'm not sure. Skin Dior Forever New, which I haven't tried, and of course it's going to take some time to come to India. I don't intend to buy it anytime soon. Maybe I will by the end of this year or in a few months, but not immediately, because I have a lot of foundations with me. So, and I've heard that they're not great reviews for that one. People really love this one. There's another glow version of this. I think that is, okay, I cannot find the concealer that we used today, but it is the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer. So this one comes in another version as well, which is the glowy one. I think it's called Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, if I'm not wrong, and I heard such great reviews for that one as well. That costs like about 5,000 rupees, so I never got the heart to buy it. So this is the matte version of the same foundation, and I absolutely love it. This one ranks at number 4. This is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation with SPF 35, and I have it in the shade 4.5W. At number 3, we have one of my favorite brands. I mean, of course, all of these are my top 10 foundations, so I really do love all of them. I'm going on saying I love this, but these are foundations that I love. I think the top 5 are so much more closer to my heart. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. Now, literally, it says stays all day and night. It does, I'm not even joking, and I absolutely love this foundation. It is so beautiful, so matte, but again, this is again not for someone who does not like high coverage, does not like you know, their face made up or something. Compared to the Dior Face and Body, that one is very lightweight, and you know, you could be wearing it and feel like you're not. This one is like a very heavy duty foundation. I absolutely love the packaging. It feels so luxe. This has got this frost packaging with this rose gold, and the pump as well looks so nice, and I love it. The only issue I have with the Charlotte Tilbury foundations is that they will call something neutral, but it's so warm. Like I have this in the shade 11 neutral, and it is so warm on me. I'm sure you guys have seen that in my previous videos as well, and yeah, it is pretty warm on me, and I would not suggest that you wear this foundation in peak summer, especially in India. If you're elsewhere, it differs, but if you're in India, you might not want to wear this in peak summers. Like, so even if you set it with so much of powder and all of that, it's going to end up looking cakey, and then you're going to sweat too much, especially if you're going to go out and you know, you're going to be around a lot of people. For evening wear, I think it's a great foundation, but daytime summers in Hyderabad, maybe not so much. I wouldn't wear it. I would wear something lightweight. But yeah, this one ranks at number 3. This one is available on Nykaa. You can check it out. I will leave all the links down below. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation, and I have it in the shade 11 Neutral. Moving on to number 2, I have the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. Now, after today's video, I feel like I should be including this one at number 2 as well, because I absolutely love both of them. This one I have used for a while and I love it. It's such a great foundation. Like this much, like just half a pump will go such a long way. It gives such good coverage, and you know what, like no matter what you use it with, like you use it with a stippling brush, you use it with a flat brush, you use it with a buffing brush, anything, it works well. It just never ever leaves creases. I love this liquid foundation. I use it usually with like my MAC, what is that brush, the MAC 188S. I absolutely love this foundation, this brush for this foundation, because you can just buff it in like that, and even when you go in circular motions or like, you know, you're moving the product around, it still gives you so much coverage, which is what I like about this foundation. So the lightest amount, you could just start from here and then just build it up till here. So yeah, these two foundations are at number 2 for me. I absolutely love these two, and Hourglass actually ships to India. I absolutely love all of their products. This foundation, this one, I love their concealer. I can't believe I actually have so many products from Hourglass, because it was such an ambitious thing that, oh, I want something from Hourglass, and this was the first one that I started with. This is the foundation that I started with, and I fell in love with it. Then I bought their blush. I think I love their blush as well. I love their powder. I think I spoke about it in my previous video where I created this look. And then but I think this one is more iconic than this one, but for me both are the same. Like, I think just the fact that this is easier to use just stands out a little bit. But The brand as such, I loved the Hourglass Volume 3 palette, which I used in the previous video as well. So I can't believe I have so many products from Hourglass actually. I just don't have their lipsticks, which look great as well. I don't have the eyeshadows, which look pretty bad. I don't like them. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else from them, but I absolutely love whatever I have so far. So yeah, these rank at number 2. And this is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation. I have this in the shade warm. I think every time I say this I make this mistake. It's warm almond. Okay, so I have this in the shade warm almond. And yeah, and this one is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and I have this in the shade golden almond. I felt like stick might be like a little bit oxidizing, so which is why I opted for a shade lighter. So yeah, these two are at number 2. Number 1, I'm sure you guys know it. I've used this in so many of my videos, and I have, you know, raved about this foundation. It is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Now first things first, the packaging. This is like perfume. Like, I mean, it's so good. This one is again a water-based foundation. This is what it looks like. I mean, it is so fancy, so stunning. And this is the Skin Perfection foundation, and I love the pump. I mean, you guys have seen me use this foundation like so many times now, and I have this in the shade medium 23. I love how I could shade match myself. I mean, I have been wanting to buy this foundation for so long, and I always used to keep checking the shades. Is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? And I never ever tried it, and I bought this, and I love the shade match on this one. I love the foundation for its runny consistency but being high coverage. I love the fact that you can use it with your fingers if you're comfortable. I love the fact that there is like 35 ml of product as opposed to like the standard 30 ml. And yeah, I love everything about this foundation. This frost packaging, this black and gold aesthetic, the way it blends, the way actually I can remove it. It just there's no residue that it leaves behind. I think that is one of the key things that I have noticed about a lot of high-end or luxury makeup, that whenever I try to remove them, they wear off really easily. They don't stain my lips, they don't stain my eyelids, they don't stain my face, they don't stick to my skin whenever I'm trying to take them off. Of course, how you're trying to take them off also matters, but I have noticed this, that some concealers actually kind of stick to your eyelids. Some foundation just never goes off. Like even the next day when I clean it again, I can see some residue of foundation. I think that is one characteristic I've seen in like luxury or high-end makeup products, that makeup wears off really easily, which is very very important, because you do not want like residue of makeup on your skin while you're trying to sleep, and you know, when your skin is trying to rejuvenate itself. And yeah, so this is my favorite foundation. Now Pat McGrath is really not a high-end brand. It is quite a luxury brand, but you get what you pay for. There's never anything that's disappointing. I also love the concealer that comes along with this one, the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish concealer. I have used that to death. Love the applicator, love the concealer. It's so good, and they both go really well. And this foundation, again, although it's water-based, works really well with all other products. You know, bronzer, anything like powder products or cream products, it works really well. And just for whatever reasons, I mean, not just for whatever reasons, the fact that it's high end or whatever, but just the way it performs and just the way it looks on my skin, and you know how it makes makeup feel so easy but still makes you feel luxurious, is why I love this foundation. And this is my number 1 foundation in my current collection. So yeah, those are my top 10 foundations ranked, and these are actually my top 10 in my current collection. I have a bunch of other foundations as well. I do not have a lot of drugstore foundations. I just ordered the Nykaa matte foundation, which for some reason got returned to seller or something like that today. I was so upset because I wanted to review it and I don't have it. I actually ordered 2 shades, but I don't have it with me. I don't know if I'll have it with me in the next few days as well. I probably will have to reorder that. So if you guys want to see my top 5 foundations, the reason I have them is because I really like them. I have used a couple of drugstore foundations before. Like I have used the Maybelline, what is the other thick foundation that they have? The Maybelline Super Stay foundation I have tried. I like that as well. So I've tried the Chambord foundations. They are great. If you want to see a drugstore review, let me know. But yeah, those are my top 10 high-end luxury foundations ranked for you guys. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah, that's all for this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of interesting content coming up for you guys. And yeah, that's all for now. I will see you guys in another video pretty soon. Bye.